everyone, and welcome to Dice to Roll, the queerest Pathfinder podcast on the planet. We answer hard questions like, what if Ulrich had a low taper fade?
What?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Who submitted that?
You gonna kill him?
I'm keeping their identity secrets for their security. What if?
Wait, who would give Ulrich the low taper fade?
I feel like it'd be Silk, not intentionally at first. I feel what would happen, right, is Silk is cutting Ulrich's hair, and, you know, maybe his hand slips, and he's like,
oh no.
And Ulrich's like, is everything okay up there? And Silk is like,
no,
yeah.
wait, Silk is like, oh fuck, we have to go bald.
You what?
I fucked up.
What? Okay, we've had a lot of discussion about what's going on under Ulrich's hood.
It's a low taper fade.
Could it be a low taper fade?
It is. I've seen it. I'm best friends with Ulrich personally.
Yeah, like when we finish recording, you and Ulrich hang out behind the studio.
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna go get some
cigarettes.
drinks together.
Yeah. Man. What else could it be? I want, because I know, obviously. Dave and Ritz, do you guys have any ideas what could be?
I know
under
what
that
it
hood?
is. He keeps a smaller Ulrich up there.
A second
think-
Ulrich.
I think that he's got Homestuck horns under there.
I mean, I'd hide them too in that case.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's not
some
action
other-
Empyrean, he's a troll.
No, that's a hell of a fucking plot twist, right?
Yeah.
He's an alien from the planet Alternative.
Oh, God.
So a few things I've seen people suggest is under the hood. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
A pointy head,
Good God.
a small alien piloting them around like the guy from Ratatouille.
Yeah,
That's
I think
real.
I think that's
Um,
real, personally.
Canon.
There is no secret. The hood is just comfy.
That's a good one.
That's
a
a
really
really
good
good one.
A tonsure under the hood.
Oh.
A tonsure. Can we get an edit of that, Ritz?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah, I think that your art is really good, so I think it
Sure, I'll
would be
draw Ulrich
especially
with a
funny.
fucking tonsure.
Yippee!
I can't wait for all of the fucking fan art that's gonna come out with all of these suggestions.
It's so scary.
Ulrich, the hood is biological and it's part of his head.
Oh, that's a good one.
God.
Some dungeon meshy shit.
Did we say second smaller Ulrich yet?
I did.
Yeah, Ritz
Yeah.
did.
I did say small Rick.
Smaller.
Ulrich. It's pretty good.
And lastly, it is a hole with a big, like it's, you know, a big bowl of guacamole dip.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. That's
that's where he
good.
keeps his sauce.
Everyone's like, where does Ulrich keep getting all these potion materials from? Ulrich pulling his hood back and scooping them up out of the bowl.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I think he's got a demi plant up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty
It's
good.
like hiding stuff up there that, like, yeah, you know.
It's like Marge's hair from
Yeah.
The Simpsons. You
Jesus.
pull it. Okay. Did you know that in the original picture of The Simpsons, Marge's hair was actually to hide a giant pair of bunny ears?
I kind of love it.
It was cut obviously very early on, but in like the Simpsons arcade game, it's still there. So when she gets electrocuted, she, for no explainable reason, has a giant set of bunny ears in there.
Wait, is that real?
That's real. That's true.
Jesus Christ.
I just wanted you guys to know that obscure Simpsons lore, that for some time Marge Simpson was intended to be a bunny person.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
Just for you all to know, it's interesting. Would we like to play some Pathfinder 2nd Edition produced by Paizo Incorporated?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. When we last left our adventures in the Abomination Vaults, Silk, Ulrich, and Fiore made their way back into Otari, accompanied by their new best friend, Borbo Picklebeak, the former apprentice of Volok Azenray, and Silk's new familiar. The Fogven few met with Rince Vinci to repair Borbo, and then went on their way around Otari, performing more tasks. They spoke briefly with Brelda Venkervale, the mother of a missing dwarf, who asked them to go into the dungeon and see if they could find any proof of her son's presence there. Now, the three of you have ventured deeper into the dungeon, finding yourselves on the library floor. where stretches of bookshelves with ancient knowledge cover the walls. They've come across the librarians themselves, the dreaded Cult of the Canker, who you have found to be a sect of ghouls, who seem to be intending on collecting flesh for some repugnant ritual. Now, as you refuse to take the flesh, they advance on you, hoping to eat you alive.
So, fellas, are you ready to tell these cultists that we're not interested in whatever they're selling?
Yeah.
Which is flesh, and by selling them and taking?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Fuck it, right? Shall we set the scene?
Yeah.
Okay. Fiore, Silk, Ulrich, and Borbo. The four of you find yourselves in the middle of a long, dark library corridor. The floor beneath you is scaly and the air is musty, almost thick with the rotting of century-old pages. In the shadows, just on the edge of Fiore's torchlight, there are three figures wearing brown decaying robes. And from beneath the shadows, you see rotting flesh, piercing red eyes, and sharp teeth. Whispers play around in the back of your heads, telling you to do awful things as these ghouls surge forward, hoping to take your meat and use it for the refleshioning of their deity, whoever that may be. And now, everyone, real fast, I'd like you all to enter combat because it's going down.
It's going down.
And when you all enter combat, I have a new module for you all. And I'd like you to right-click yourself, and you see in the top left corner, there's two crossed swords. Click that.
What's that?
Click that.
Oh my god. What is
Whoa.
So say hello to the Argon Combat HUD, which puts everything that you might need right at your fingertips.
Oh shit. It's like a little video game.
Turns your character sheet into a hotbar like a little video game. It puts everything you need all in one place, and it will be so helpful for remembering some of those trickier abilities that you sometimes forget you have.
This is
So-
so cool.
If you don't like it, you can turn it off whenever, but come on, that's so cool.
Oh my god, it
wow.
goes away when you click off and it comes back when you click back on?
That's right. What do you think?
God. That's so cool.
That's pretty
Oh my
good.
God.
I'm glad you like
Pretty
it.
fucking good.
I love this.
Okay, top of the order, Ulrich Revra. Ah, jeez.
Fucking
So,
cool.
you're not in a great spot, and they are eyeing you up. One of them's like grinning and saying, "Look at his eyes. They are an Empyrean. Their flesh will serve perfectly for the ritual." And you're like, you don't want your flesh. I assume. I don't want to make any assumptions, but like maybe you do, but you probably don't want your flesh to be torn from your bone and used in a ritual for refleshioning.
I would rather not be part of a fucked up ritual, thank you.
That's what I was assuming.
Yeah.
You can't always assume these things.
That is
Yeah, you know
I
what
mean-
they say about assumptions.
the correct
I mean,
assumption, though.
I'll see. If I'd asked this about Silk, I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Ulrich,
Jesus.
as these guys are lurching forward, you have a lot of space you can work with. It is a very long corridor, but you only have so much light you can work with.
Yeah.
What do you do?
First they're gonna do a courageous anthem. I feel like that's necessary.
Okay.
Just, you know, just in case. And then they're gonna cast one of their new spells, actually.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. What is it? And like, how do you cast it? What's like? Tell me about this. Go for it.
As he's playing on his lute for the courageous anthem, so you know the really loud like guitar strum that sometimes people do in like cartoons, and it has a sound wave.
Okay.
It's that noise blast.
Oh shit. Okay. Ulrich, you let out an explosion of sound that gets them, and holy shit, go for it. Do you have to make a fortitude save? How does this work?
They all need to make a fortitude save. Yes.
And they're all within the radius. Yikes. Okay. Uh-oh.
Yo.
So they all failed, but one of them critically failed.
Yeah.
Well,
So let's see how much damage that is.
15 damage.
Holy shit, okay. 15 damage to 2 of them, and 30 damage to one of them, who is immediately just ripped asunder by the sound.
Sick.
Which, holy shit, right?
Yeah.
It looks like maybe their flesh was not quite as sturdy as you might have imagined. There's a gruesome squelch as it falls backwards, weird, vapors coming from between its ears as it collapses on the floor. The other two look immediately near death, hissing at you. They don't seem to be backing down, though. They stumble, yes, but they do not run. How's Ulrich doing as they continue climbing towards you even now?
They see that they've done considerable damage, but as those ghouls keep walking towards Ulrich, he's like, and kind of like backing away a little bit.
Well, Fiore, as Ulrich is backing away and the ghouls advance, it is your turn. The music of Ulrich's lute empowers you, and you are feeling brave enough to rush directly towards these ghouls and smite them. You have 3 actions. You have your torch in one hand, and presumably your scimitar in the other?
yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you go for it?
Fiore is going to... Can I go here, by the way?
You can. Right now, the 2 ghouls are right next to a book trolley. That's kind of in the middle of the thing. You can stand there, but you won't be able to move beyond the side that you're on because, it's a book trolley. You would be able to climb on top of it, but it's difficult terrain.
That's fine, because I'm going to move 15 feet so that I'm in range of both of them.
Okay.
And then Fiore's going to attack the one to the north of him first.
Okay.
20.
Yeah, it's a hit. Roll me that damage. Uh-oh, not looking good for the ghoul.
9 damage.
Okay, that is a hit. And Fiore, how do you take out this cultist of the canker?
He sprints towards, the book cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he sort of slides to a stop with... He, holds out his hand, the one that's holding the torch to help him do a stop. And he, slashes into it with that momentum.
Ooh, that's good. Okay. Well, Fiore, you slash in, and the ghoul lets out a curse before tumbling to the ground, dead. And there's only the one left. What do you do?
Well, he's gonna attack that one, too.
Okay, go for it.
19.
That is a hit. Roll me that damage. I look at your +5 damage that you have, and I grimace because it's got 5 HP. That is how much damage?
6.
Okay, 6. Fiore, with a confident strike, you finish off what Ulrich put down with their sound burst.
I think it's in one strike.
Ooh. Okay. Well, combat ends before the ghouls even had a chance to come down on you. And Silk, there you are sitting in the back. You didn't even have to get your hands dirty. This is great.
No, yeah, Silk is like, wow.
How's Silk doing?
Silk loves having 2
Big, strong,
handsome party members.
Fiore kind of when you are holding something and you flick it to get liquid off. I think he does that to get whatever goops the ghouls have off.
It's ichor. It's like blood that's dried and gone black, and it's oily.
Gross.
Fiore pulls out a rag and he's wiping that off and he's like, that was faster than I thought it would be.
They definitely were weaker than they looked.
True, but I wouldn't want to underestimate anything like that.
Of course not. Ghouls are not good.
Well, I'm happy I didn't have to deal with them.
Silk, where do you keep Borbo?
On his hat.
Okay. Well, peeking from your hat, I think you have a couple of knickknacks up there. I think he sometimes hides in the band around your hat.
Yeah.
But every once in a while he'll like come out. Borbo does come out, and he looks around and says,
Oh yes, they were most scary, but perhaps in the greater numbers they will be more pressing?
Probably.
Oh.
That's likely.
Seeing 3 of them was enough. I don't want to think about seeing more.
Well, Silk, do you have area attacks?
He remembers his spells for a second.
I would
the
keep.
spellbook, Master Silk. Look in this spellbook.
I have 1 or 2.
Keep your hand on those.
Right.
Because they're definitely not the only ghouls in here.
Are we sure? Perhaps they are. Perhaps there is no more ghouls.
I wish, Borbo.
Where there are few, there could be many, so...
Well, they seem to be like a cult. There's usually more than a few.
I'd prefer to have my skin on my bones, thank you.
I will not let anyone take skin off your bones.
Thank you, Fiora, I appreciate that.
Skin will stay on bones. It's not really anything special.
I do not have skin on my bones. In
Yeah,
fact,
well,
I do not have bones at all anymore.
yeah, but Borbo, look at it this way. You are less fleshy.
I have less marrow.
You know what? You know what though?
I was saving the marrow.
What?
I don't like where this conversation has delved into. I don't want to think about the fact that you were saving your own marrow, and I don't want to know what you were going to do with it.
Oh, I can explain in the greatest of detail.
No, that's okay, Borbo, darling.
he kind of like makes it a little like I think when he's feeling really good, his head rattles instead of like like when a cat purrs.
That's really cute.
Yeah, his head like rattles a little bit
Love it.
before he hides back in the band of your hat.
Sweet boy.
Now you guys have a chance to figure out what the fuck you're gonna do,
Fury puts his hands on his hips.
because I will say, in all the commotion, those ghostly footsteps of Otari you were following seem to have vanished. It looks like they walked away during the fight.
Shit.
We didn't see where they were going.
They seem to be heading north, but they have vanished from, like, you cannot see them anymore. Presently, you are in a very long corridor. There are doors to the left and to right along the walls. There's that very strange-looking glow to the south. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
But then to the north, that seems to be where the footsteps went. And then, of course, you could go back where you came, see what's going on over there if you so chose.
Have we the time to look around?
I think so. That's kind of all we're doing. And the only way
True.
that we can find out what we need to do is by exploring. What direction?
This look like squints at the light in the south of the room. He's like,
We could check
I don't-
that out.
I don't want to.
What if we don't? What if it's something really bad? And if we don't check it, something bad will happen.
Silk steps behind Ulrich and Fury. Lead the way.
All right. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you need the shield more than I do.
Absolutely. But my shields are named Ulrich and Fury.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm happy to be of service. Ulrich gives Silk a kind of like cheeky grin.
Happy to have you serve.
I am also serving.
You are
You're-
serving.
Serving cunt. That was out of character. What is this?
I don't want to anymore. I don't want to anymore. What are those? What are those?
What or what?
What are the... Yeah,
What are these?
Oh, the stuff, you're seeing stuff in the set room that you don't like the look of, huh?
No, I
You
No.
seem You see movement back there, maybe?
Yeah.
In the darkness, you can see, like, as you slowly start approaching into the glowing room to the south, you are seeing shadows moving in the dark. Well, shadows like silhouetted by the light.
Yeah.
There seems to be people in there.
Fiore kind of puts a finger to his lips, and he's like, he like gestures to follow, but quietly. He's aware that light will give them away, but...
Do you want to try sneak up and see what's going on? Because you can sneak.
Fiore's like, Fiore's like, are you... Who here is the sneakiest? I have metal armor on.
Mr. Silk,
Yes?
I have gone to the trouble of memorizing the spell book, the Astronomicon. I have made sure to memorize all of your spells, just in case.
Oh, have you?
Yes, you do have the invisibility, just in case.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
You can cast it on me, Borbo.
Oh, you're right.
Or on friend Fiore, or on friend Ulrich.
This is true. If you'd like to be invisible, I could make it so.
Borbo does a hop, skip, and a jump.
Hop, step, jump.
I like to think that he can, in fact, do that on the hat. So keeps it, like, extra, like, stiff with, like, starch or some shit. However you keep hats. I don't know. I'm not a hat guy.
Magic, that's how.
Sure.
He's
No,
got...
he doesn't use magic in his fashion.
Does he not really?
No, I've established this. He does not use any magic to upkeep his fashion, only to clean it. In
Interesting,
the
but
making
not
process,
like...
he uses zero magic.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you a hero point for that. I don't know if I remember you saying this specifically about his current outfit, and that's a surprise to me, and I think that's a very interesting choice. So I'm going to give you a hero
I think I
point
said
for
it during the fair thing where
that makes sense.
I think you
yeah.
asked if he had used like any kind of magic. I said no, he would never.
I didn't realize that was about all your outfits. That's very cool.
Oh yeah, it's very
Cool.
sacred to him.
Okay. Well, you found some way to keep your hat relatively informed so it doesn't like droop over your face. Also, Borbo's very light.
Yeah.
Regardless, what's the plan?
Was Borbo gonna go sneak?
Borbo could go sneak.
Okay. Borbo hops off and says,
I can also do the running by myself. You do not need to waste the spell slot on Borbo. Borbo is little.
All right. Borbo. So kind of like leans down, like cups his skirt behind him, and he's like, "Come here."
he scampers up to you.
He puts a hand on him and he casts invisibility.
You cast it anyway?
He doesn't want him to get hurt.
That's very fair.
I think how it looks is that as Silk is kind of leaned down, he's being viewed from the right side by Fiore and Ulrich. I think what they see is that he passes his right hand over kind of left side of Borbo, and as he does, I don't know if you've ever seen Skinamarink, but it's that scene where it's like the rabbit in the hat. It just disappears as his hand flows over him.
Interesting. Okay. So Borbo vanishes, and you hear like,
Oh my god! I am the invisible one!
You are. Go on, love. And he pats the air vaguely.
you miss completely. So you want Borbo to go check out and see what's going on, right?
Yes, and tell us what's up, what's down there.
Okay.
What's going on? What's the
you
hat?
guys hear a few wooden clank, 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 clank. And he's just not there for a few seconds. And I think he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear clank, 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 clank. And you hear a voice saying,
Uh-oh!
What do you mean, uh-oh?
Oh, this is the scary place.
What do you mean by that, Borbo?
Well, it is like there is room on floor above, Borbo was not permitted to go in it, but Borbo saw it once, where Lady Belcora kept her big worm. And it had this scary light that would sometimes go from floor up to ceiling, yes?
Oh, we saw that room.
This
It
is.
was like that.
Does that mean this is directly under that room?
So, like, checks the map that he's been drawing. Does this line up with that room below us?
It seems so.
Okay.
There were also the ghouls.
Oh,
Ghouls?
bitch.
The ghouls.
More ghouls.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And they were eating the climbing kite. The food.
Ah,
It was jerky.
I don't think it's jerky.
Borbo has seen the jerky before.
Where? Pray tell?
Oh, Borbo has seen the jerky in the kitchens when Borbo worked on making the jerky for Master Volok.
But what meat was used for the jerky?
It was cow.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fair enough.
Master Volok had very, very strict tastes.
I'm glad he stuck to livestock. Do you think we could take... Well, Barbara, how many did you see?
Oh, well, there was the two ghouls who were librarians, yes, but then there was scary priest.
Oh.
Priest, you say?
Okay.
Lots of books as well.
I think we should handle this.
I think so too. I really want to investigate that room.
It's okay. We can beat their asses.
You swayed me, I'm convinced. Let's do it.
Shouldn't be a problem for us.
One thing as well, it did make Borbo feel very good to be in this room.
It made you
Huh.
feel good. How?
Borbo felt invigorated.
I see.
Is there anything I could roll to pick anything else off of that? Is it because he's like a soulbound kind of doll?
Yeah, do you want to make me a... I think Arcana will work here. I think Arcana will work.
Here's my secret arcana roll.
You don't like the sound of that.
I don't.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you pretty quickly, I think, Ritz, have hit it on the head. In that this Borbo, dear sweet Borbo, is indeed a soul-bound doll. Technically a puppet, but you know that the exact machinations behind Borbo still being alive is that.
Yeah.
I don't think Borbo is powered by like void energy or anything, but if Borbo is being tickled and made feel good in this room, there's a chance you guys won't feel so good.
Yeah, he grimaces. Well, I'm glad it makes you feel nice, Borbo. Perhaps we won't spend too much time in that room, however. I hope you'll forgive us.
Oh, this is all right. Borbo is just happy to serve.
And Borbo
Good
climbs
Borbo.
back on top of your hat and pops back into existence. He's no longer invisible.
He's just a boy. I think Silk is definitely preparing to cast something.
Oh my god, into the room already, or what?
If they get closer.
Okay. Fiore, Ulrich, where are you guys up to? How are you two feeling about... What's the plan for you two?
I mean, Fiore is just going to be, like, he's not trying to be the most sneaky ever, but he's, like, you know, walking slowly. He's not trying to, like, come in screaming or anything.
Okay. Ulrich, what's the plan with you?
I think Ulrich is trying to find a good position to potentially shoot in, because he has his bow and arrow out right now.
Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to roll initiative.
Oh,
And
I know what to cast, actually, if you'll let me cast it before initiative.
What is it?
Figment.
Okay, sure. Silk, tell me, what's your plan here?
My plan is to cast Figment in the middle of this, like, room so that they come down and are easier for us to see.
Okay, and what's the figment exactly going to be? How are you planning on doing this?
Honestly, I think Silk's idea is to have a figment of some like clumsy adventurer like coming in, because what's tastier to a ghoul than some idiot?
Oh, so you're trying to lure them into the middle of the all together in one place?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 30 feet.
Okay. Are you within 30 feet?
Almost. Silk is gonna try to get close enough to cast that if he can. Will you have me roll stealth?
Yes, please roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Does not have to be secret. 'Cause I'll
In
know
fairness,
if you
they don't seem to be paying attention. Like these figures you see silhouetted on the edge.
want. Hero point.
They would have caught you with that. That's a 7.
I know, I'm using a hero point.
Ooh,
Good lord.
That's better.
that's
too.
so much better.
That is
Holy shit.
so much better. And you know what? You beat their DC. You beat their DC by 1. That was a very tricky move you just pulled off, and it worked. Silk, I'm going to give you another hero point because this is such a clever idea. You slink closer to the edge of this glowing room, and you can see now better inside. The chamber's smooth stone walls glisten with moisture despite the air being dry and somewhat stuffy. Several low divans are arranged in a circle and interspersed with low tables stacked with a few books and rotting morsels of decayed flesh. A twisting ribbon of pale blue light stretches between the bare floor at the room center and the ceiling above, its point of contact sending creepers of what looks like infected tissue out in a distorted spiral for a few feet. As you slink closer, Silk, you can't help but notice that light is so much more powerful than it was on the floor below. And you see the ghouls, more cultists. They seem to be deep in study alongside like canapes stacked around the edge of the walls. They have not seen you though. What do you do?
I cast Figment. So the way it works, you create a simple illusionary sound or vision. Vision is what he's going with. A vision has the visual trait, can be no larger than a 5-foot cube, and is clearly crude and undetailed if viewed from within 15 feet.
Okay. What does it look like? Describe the visual here.
Looks like fucking Laos, Telden.
Like what?
Like Laos from fucking Dungeon Meshing. I'd be so real with you. That's like the clumsy adventure that's in my head. It looks like a shitty low-res version of that guy.
Yeah, it looks
No
bad.
way.
But they are not close enough. So this guy appears to walk right in, right? And the ghouls immediately jump up at this guy and they shriek, and one of them, one who is wearing not brown robes but purple robes that seem to be kept quite well, stands up and says, "Traveler, donate your flesh to us." And they all surge forward. I want everyone now to roll me initiative. Ulrich, you are getting into position, so I will allow you to roll. You can roll survival for your initiative, and what I'll say is I will give you a +1 on your first attack roll.
Okay.
Okay? Fiore, you can roll stealth. It's not a good roll.
I don't care.
But if it does work, I will give you a +1 to your AC on your first turn. Okay? How's that sound?
Okay. I'll try.
And Silk, you can roll Arcana. It's just a very high roll for you.
It's fine.
I'm sure you'll appreciate that.
I will.
And I think they will all start their turn having grouped up. So they have surged forward to kind of drop down on this shitty image, but they very quickly realize, what trickery is this? So, not great. Fellas, will you all roll me the initiative with those oh, shit!
That's a nat 20, baby.
Smile.
Holy shit. So, top of the order is gonna be Silk. Silk, you got a nat 20 on initiative. You have tricked them so good. All of them have dropped down on top of this figment and are like preparing to rip it to shreds. You can have 4 actions on your first turn, or I will give them all -2 on any save they're about to make. Your choice.
Oh, that's a... Ooh. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I want that shit save. I don't need
Okay.
a 4th action. I know what I want to do.
Okay. Well, Silk, as you peek around the corner and you raise a hand, tell me what spell you cast.
I cast 3 action Blazing Bolt.
Good lord.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So tell me about Blazing Bolt. Is this coming from your gun? Oh, God.
This is coming from my gun. Silk takes out his gun. He really decided to stop being dead weight. On a dime. He takes out his gun and he shoots 3 bolts of fucking fire at these guys. Since I spent 3 actions, I can in fact do it 3 times against each of them.
Against each of them?
Yes. Well, like once against each of them, not 3 times each.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, cool.
That'd be crazy. I wish.
That'd be extremely fucked up. So attack them all, please.
At 17? Oh, not until the end.
So 17 is a hit. That wouldn't have been a hit if you hadn't got that nat 20. That's against a priest. So that's a hit. Next one.
16.
That's another hit. And roll me the last one against the last one.
17.
That's a hit on all of them. Silk, roll me that damage against all of them.
17 damage.
Holy shit!
Bruh.
Okay, well, Silk, these blazing rays of fire shoot out of your gun, splitting midway and hitting each of them dead in the chest. The 2 lower cultists, the ones in the brown robes, are stumbling back, shrieking in agony. Whereas the actual leader, he's not as badly injured, but he definitely seems caught by surprise. The other 2 seem like they're almost dead instantly. And, like, the 2 lesser cultists are scrambling on the floor, shrieking in agony, like, ah! But then the cult leader looks up, sees you, Silk, and hisses. And he points and says, "It was a trick from the elf mage." And the others are now snarling and looking towards you, completely unaware of the archer around the corner. So, Ulrich, it is your turn. These guys are going to be off guard too, I'm going to say.
Oh, Mayo, hell yeah. Okay. We're gonna do another Courageous Anthem,
Okay, go for it.
just in case.
Your whistling echoes through the stuffy corridors of the library and into this strange reading room.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna shoot at the one closest to them. Not the leader, but the jobber. 21.
That's a hit and a half. Roll me that damage.
8 damage.
Oof. Okay, Ulrich, how do you kill this cultist?
I think as they're distracted by Silk, maybe attempting to like lunge, I think Ulrich goes straight through the temple.
Ooh! Oh god! The ghoul lets out an awful hiss as it kind of just slumps down onto the floor, dead on the ground. And you have 1 action left.
There I see there's another one who has been gravely injured.
That's right. He's the one behind him who's now whipping his head to look at you like, ah, fuck.
Hi, hello, how are you doing?
Bad.
Dang, 12.
12 is going to be a miss, unfortunately. As you shoot, the cultist drops to all fours and begins crawling forwards.
Okay.
Okay.
And is that your turn, Ulrich?
That's his turn, yes.
So it's the ghoul's turn, by the way. It's that one ghoul. And it's gonna crawl on all fours towards you, Silk.
Oh.
And he is going to grab you.
I wish he wouldn't.
Well, I wish he would. He's going to run up to you and not make an attack roll. He's going to specifically try to, like, claw at you and hold you in place.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Well, the ghoul rushes forward for you, Silk, and attempts to grab at you. But that is going to be a critical failure. Unfortunately, I think that the ghoul is going to... What do you want to happen, Ritz?
I think that Silk is just too, like, slippery for him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Silk was, like, prepared for this. He spent his time, like, sneaking up on them, and he was ready for them to see him, and I think that he just moves out of the fucking way, like, way ahead of this guy.
So I will let you reposition as a free action. You can move up to 25 feet.
Who's behind Fiore?
So you dash behind Fiore, and you're now using him as a shield. Which is so funny.
Okay.
The ghoul cultist turns and watches you dash out of the way, and it snarls, and it's going to run up to Fiore instead, and that's going to be its turn. Preparing to grab onto Fiore.
Okay.
It is now the Canker Priest's turn. And I think the Canker Priest kind of looks at you guys and grits its teeth. And it says, "You come here to the cult of the Canker with your blood and your hearts and your life. You are pigs coming to the slaughter." And the Canker Cultist is going to spend 3 actions casting Harm.
Uh-oh.
So that's going to create a 30-foot...
Okay.
It's just not in reach to do that, is it? You guys are just beyond 30 feet away from this guy. So he can't do... Because if you had been slightly closer, he would have hurt you all with void damage and healed that ghoul as well. But you've positioned yourself just beyond his reach.
Oh, God.
So he doesn't do that. Instead, the Canker Priest is going to cast... he's going to cast Grim Tendrils.
Ooh, I don't like that spell.
He points his fingers at you all, and he's actually going to move, and he's going to get closer to you guys ever so slightly. He is going to cast Grim Tendrils, and it's going to be a 30-foot long line, which passes through the ghoul. Thankfully, it only does void damage, so it's not going to affect it, and into Fiore and Silk.
Ow.
So all of you need to make me a fortitude save, please. As tendrils of darkness curl out from the priest's fingertips and race through the air, piercing into all of you.
22.
That's a success.
28.
So that's going to be half damage and also persistent bleed damage.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, you don't because you both succeeded. So it'll be half damage.
Smile.
And that's 1 damage.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, he really showed you guys who's boss.
Yeah.
That's minimum damage. You both feel slightly inconvenienced by this. You feel a little chilly for a moment. The Canker Priest seems perturbed. I don't think they were necessarily expecting you to be decent at what was going to happen. So you've outsmarted it and forced into a worse tactic, which unfortunately has not paid off. Fiore, it is now your turn. There's a ghoul directly in front of you, and then in the back there is a stronger and scarier ghoul kind of pushing back against you all. They didn't notice you until maybe it was too late, so you have a +2 to your AC. Although I think that's going to fade off after this action, so, you know, it is what it is.
That's fine. Fiore is going to attack the ghoul directly in front of him first,
Okay, go for it.
because why not?
I mean, he's right there.
I'm using a hero point.
Okay, excellent call. That was a nat 1.
Yeah. Smile.
No numbers in between.
So that is a critical hit, clearly.
Yeah, this is 27.
Roll me that damage.
16.
You had 3 HP.
Yeah.
Fiore, how do you dispel the cultist in front of you?
I think that he slashes his scimitar into its side, but it doesn't like go straight through or anything. I think that the force of it though sends the ghoul like slamming into the wall.
Oh, into the bookshelf where like a couple of books crumple down on top of him, and the ghoul is dead as hell.
And then Fiore is staring directly at the other ghoul.
The priest is staring down at you, his tongue lolling out from his mouth, teeth sharp, eyes red. And again, you can feel those whispers in the back of your head. You only hear them when you're near the ghouls, and they're not good. What do you do? 2 actions left.
I think Fiore is going to move 15 feet down south towards the priest.
Okay.
And I will risk it, I think.
Okay.
I'll attack one more time.
Go for it. Fuck me running.
I was not planning that.
I mean, you can't have planned for it. It's a fucking nat 20.
Okay. Well. Flat.
His AC is high. This guy is tough.
Oh.
But you're fucking him over.
Yeah.
Covered.
I think what happens is that Fiore, like, hits the other guy, and then he looks, sees somebody else, and then starts walking menacingly towards them.
Okay, you just like power walk towards him. The cultist kind of flinches and begins casting their spell, but then like you're already up on him. And you slash down. Roll me that damage.
Okay. It is. Well, I did roll a critical hit card.
You do get a crit card, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you you see what you rolled, right?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it.
So tell me what this is.
Is it the fourth one? The third one down?
Yeah. It's the slashing one, yeah.
Flat blade thwack. Triple damage. You can deal bludgeoning damage instead of slashing damage.
Oh shit.
Yuri, how does this look? And also roll me that damage, let's see.
Oh.
That's 25 damage.
Okay.
And because you have critical specialization, he is off guard until the start of your next turn.
Well, actually,
So
2d5. If it was the 5 plus 5 times 3. Because if you look at the little math there, it's all in parentheses.
So it's 30 damage?
I think so. Is it right?
Oh my Christ.
Am
that's 30 damage. You are right. It does include your flat strength damage. Fiore, and of course the damage from Courageous Anthem. Holy shit, that kills him.
I did not mean to do that. I think that he was trying to go for, a slash, and then it was too late. He was like, oh shit. But he's like, fuck. And he thinks it's not going to hit as hard, but then it hits more hard.
It's harder than he thinks.
The ghoul priest, who, by the way, this guy's not weak. This is a strong encounter. He looks at you and snarls and says, "Servant of the sun, you will..." And there's a loud crack, and he just falls down on the dead, twitching, and oh my god.
See the light, I guess.
You've killed him. You've super killed him. These guys are not weak, I will point out. These are strong enemies. You guys have just been really fucking lucky.
It's like, I think I'm stronger than I thought I was.
Well, that takes care of that.
I hit him wrong. Did you see? I accidentally slammed into him. This is a scimitar.
Well, it worked. Quite well.
I think that was
I
a
didn't know
one-off.
you could do that to a person.
Wow. I mean, theoretically I knew, but I wasn't really.
Ah,
I haven't really had the chance to do that much real fighting till now. So I don't really know
I have
my
to point
own
out what a
strength.
dangerous fight that was, by the way. This thing, literally, like the spiral in the middle, heals undead 46 HP every time that they step through it.
Holy
You lured them out of their comfort zone,
Oh my God.
did incredible massive damage to them at the start, fucked up their close quarters, tactics, and just fucking decimated them. Everyone take a hero point. Holy shit.
Yay!
This is a third hero point I've given Ritz this session.
Yippee!
I have so many hero points. I'm
You
so
all did-
delicious.
I'm like genuinely impressed. After 5 years of running the game, you're using supreme fucking tactics to screw me over.
You did this. You've caused this.
Borbo on your hat nods and says,
The Fox and Few, you are so strong and amazing.
I know. Thank you.
That was wild.
Very. Well, we'll no longer have to worry about the likes of them, at least not in this room.
Yeah,
Now we can take a proper look around.
that's true.
do you all want to roll me a perception check, please?
Yes.
I would love to, yes.
Sure.
So, you all notice some different stuff. Silk, you do notice that there are snacks on the plates here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with a grim stare, you note that it's... You
It's not
assume
cow,
it's to
is
be... Well, it's not cow. You think it's Morlock.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not getting cows down here.
You also see that the spiral of light in the middle of the room seems to be coming from deeper below. It is definitely stronger than it was before. Like, much stronger. Standing it would rip you to shred, you know?
Mhm.
Fiore,
Mm-hmm.
something you notice is dust. Now, that shouldn't be a surprise in itself. This is an old dungeon. But the furniture of the ghouls has dust on it. And again, not really a surprise, except you were told that the ghouls kicked the Morlocks out of there, and you had assumed that they had come up from deeper. But it looks like the ghouls have been doing this particular operation for a hot minute.
Huh.
This seems to be where the ghouls have been for a while.
Okay.
So why did they kick the Morlocks out? Is this where the Morlocks live? Are you 100% sure? Were they telling the truth? You don't know.
Interesting.
And Ulrich, you know what you find?
What's it?
As you kind of explore through this room, looking around. Don't worry about the thumping. There's a door at the south, but then what's this over on the side? You run your hand over a wall because you're really good at running your hand over walls. And oh shit, secret door!
Oh my god.
You push your hand into an indent in the wall, and it slides a door open to the west.
Oh my.
I swear to Halkamora and all the innocent gods, I've never been down here.
I don't believe you.
I don't know, there was an indent.
What does that mean? There's indents everywhere. There's this entire
so-
dungeon is made of bricks with indents and
Well, this one looked weird. I don't know.
weird.
I don't know how to describe secret door contraption buttons. I don't know.
Ulrich, it's uncanny. I'm impressed. It's uncanny.
And I understand that. That's why I'm trying to explain I've never been down here before.
My goodness.
Well, as you kind of look beyond, you see that there is a little room on the other side. Although it's kind of dark, maybe you'll have to go in closer to see it better.
Fiore holds out his torch so you can see it better.
Do you clamber over the canopy through the secret door behind it?
Yeah, well, I don't think he's gone
It looks like
inside
the-
yet, but
It looks like, by the way, that the ghouls were unaware of this too,
is it like on
considering
top?
they fucking draped the canopy in front of it. I think Ulrich probably had to stand on the canopy to press it. by
I
the way.
assumed that he had climbed
Stand high
onto
up.
it.
Do you guys want to check out what's on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
He already stops anybody from walking forward. He's like, oh,
Another circular room next to the light.
The walls of this circular chamber are decorated with intricate, intertwining runes and shapes, carved deep into the stone and filled with dull, silvery metal. The floor and ceilings are polished to a reflective sheen. There's a massive, it's a massive rune on the floor. It takes up the entire floor.
Interesting. I take a look at my Astronomicon. Is this below that fucking circle room next to the torture one?
No, it doesn't seem to link up like that.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Weird.
it is not the elevator you found earlier.
I see.
Strange architecture.
Oh, Borbo knows this.
Oh? What does Borbo know?
What is it?
Oh, well, Borbo is not allowed to enter the portal chamber, but this is the portal chamber.
What is it a portal to?
The rest of the vaults.
Another?
Oh, yes. Okay, well, the Abomination vaults are big, yes? Big,
Yeah.
big vaults.
That is something we have noticed.
We've noticed that there's not an exact number to the floors.
Well, it is, as Master Azinray said, pain in the asshole doing the walking from floor to floor. Especially if you want to go very, very deep to the deepest floors. So, they have teleportation network.
Silk grabs Borbo gently.
Well,
Gently.
or
Borbo,
yes,
what did you call this place?
oh, the Abomination vaults.
He
Oh,
looks
wait.
at Fiora and Ulrich.
What do you mean by abomination vaults?
Oh, this is the name of dungeon.
We've just been calling them the vaults or the dungeon.
We've never heard that term before. We've never seen it in any text or...
This is definitely name that Master Azinray gave to place, and name that was given by Mr. Spellcora and by all powerful people in place. Abomination vaults. It is vaults. They contain many abominations. Yes?
Ugh. So it was intentional. Okay. What sort of abominations?
Well, there are ghouls. There are Morlocks. There are... There are scary wizards. Devils. There are devils.
Fiore goes from laughing to snot. He's like, wait, what about the Mitflits?
What is that?
They were the Mitflits. They were like in the building.
Little blue things.
Yeah.
Why would Mr. Spellcaller have Beatfleet?
Well, I don't know. I don't know her. She's just. I only know her from stories.
Perhaps Master Azinray wanted... Oh, perhaps Master Azinray liked Gremlin more than Goblin.
Hey, Orba, you're special. You're special to us.
He put me in jar like pickle.
No more,
And
no
now-
more pickle jar. for
Now
Borbo.
you have you have much better friends now.
What if you put me in pickle jar one day?
I would never do that.
Borbo,
And
pickle beak the pickle.
Borbo, I'm not allowed to lie. I will never pickle you.
Okay.
He said that so genuinely.
Bobo, more questions
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
Why does this place exist?
Oh,
Ah, that's what I expected.
is for great plan.
Great plan.
Lair of Lady Belcora.
She wanted a lair full of monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Standard visit stuff, right?
No, Bobo. I would never
Master
do that.
Asenray always told me I would get dungeon full of monsters.
Bobo, being a wizard is a life full of glamour and mystery, but I assure
Oh
you...
my god, am I the monster for the dungeon?
No. No. You are not a monster. And I would never allow you to be such.
He's having a brief existential crisis. It also stands out to you that he fucking said teleportation circles plural.
Why are there so many?
There's so much to unpack here that you've given us.
He just dropped on all of you.
Thanks.
So, Bobo, quick question over here. Circles. Teleportation circles.
Oh yes,
He doesn't care anymore.
the teleportation network.
Network. And how many of these circles are linked to that network?
Oh, Bulbo was never allowed to use circles, but Bulbo knows because Master Asenray made the circles, and Master Asenray was very proud of the circles, and Master Asenray says there is circle on every floor of the vaults, and that is many circles.
Every floor. Did we find these on every floor?
Oh, I know where the one above is.
Oh.
But
Where is
it
it?
seems... Oh, if we go back up, it's not too far from kitchen.
Ah,
So
okay.
they're not like straight up or down. They go to different.
They can go to any floor. Watch. If you stand in center of floor, you teleport to anywhere you want to go. Maybe even to very bottom.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
not go to the very bottom. Not right now.
Speed run.
Speed run, guys. Let's do it. Let's
Trash.
finish the campaign right now.
Would you all like to make me a magic roll of some sort?
Okay.
Seriously, as much as I would love to solve this mystery quickly, I would like us to live.
Oh no.
Ulrich, you can tell. I think all of you can tell, but Ulrich, you know the most.
Right?
This teleportation circle's dead.
Ah.
Like, it has not been used in so long. Like, the fucking ghouls put a canopy in front of the door to this place. This probably was, like, used not by everyone necessarily. You get a feeling that perhaps the upper management of this place were kind of assholes, and only they used it. They didn't want the common librarians or servants muddying up their beautiful teleportation rooms.
Jesus.
They could use the stairs like everyone else, you know?
God damn it, we need the Silph keycard. Deep pull for all my Pokemon fans. Gen 1? Got any Gen 1ers?
You need. It would seem to you, the others can tell this too, but what you can tell that they can't is that the network could be reawoken somehow, but you'd probably only be able to go to circles you've already spruced up, as it were. There's probably some instructions to, like, a ritual that would wake up this portal, but you would only be able to go to teleportation circles that you've already woken up.
Oh, so like fast travel.
Like fast travel, you have to
What
unlock.
an interesting...
Like
Interesting.
aetherites.
It's like you have to attune to it or something.
god.
Oh my god, it's like every fantasy game in the world.
You got your
Kind of
Aetherite, you got your
obsessed.
bonfires, you got your fucking flight points.
You got your shrines.
Well, now welcome to your portal chambers.
God.
Yippee.
Well, it seems that we need to awaken all of them to even use them in the first place. But do you know how to activate these, actually?
No.
Your master didn't, like... I know that he was so proud of these things and he didn't, like, blabber on about how to activate them.
Well, I asked once.
Did he hit you for it?
He threw his shoe at me.
Okay, now that...
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I would shoot
Me
him
too.
in the face if I ever saw him, ever.
Surely we can
yeah.
find a way to reactivate these on our own. Might be
Oh,
tricky
that's-
though.
He
There
most
are-
certainly has some notes hidden somewhere, though.
Oh,
Do you think he would hide them some here in the library?
Yes, that does make sense. If anywhere, he would put them here.
Well, there are a ton of books, and we, I believe, have the time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start reading. Ulrich goes, very happy he gets to look at the library.
I think Silk is also really happy to look at the library.
Fiore, are you a book person?
I mean, he's not a book person, but I think that he's not in reading books mode right now. Actually, you know what? I think that he's looking for something interesting that he could take back to his parents.
Aww,
Oh,
that's very cute.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages. We now return to Dice Will Roll.
So Ulrich and Silk, you two are skipping in sync back to the library.
yes.
Ulrich is on. Are there any books in, like, this area here, in the circle?
In the reading room,
Yeah.
by the awful light, yes, there are. A lot of them are just talking about, like, the frailty of flesh, the nature of death, you know,
Fantastic.
good stuff like that.
Yeah. We don't want to miss out on that.
Ulrich's looking through a bunch of these books, like, well, it's probably not in this section, and he goes and skips over to the
I hope you know, Borbo is bringing Silk books. On this map, there's like a bunch of like chaise chairs.
Yes.
Chaise lounge chairs. Silk is sprawled across one very sexily.
Okay. Borbo does tell you that you look beautiful as he's bringing you books.
Oh, thank you. He's got like a book hovering above him.
So, do you guys want to roll me a perception check through the library?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, oh my god, Ulrich. So, Ulrich, you're learning Sakrot, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ulrich, I take it maybe at this point you might all have like a torch because you're all like spending time going through this library one by one.
Yeah.
How long are you guys staying here? That's my question.
Silk could spend all day, really. I think at least 4 hours.
4 hours, you say?
I think
Okay.
yeah, Silk would at least spend that long. Unless
Okay.
someone wants to leave earlier.
Does anyone want to leave earlier, or is 4 hours a good amount of time for you all to study?
Fiore is, I mean, he'll get antsy after a while, but he'll probably just sort of start looking around at stuff that isn't books at that point.
Okay. Ulrich, Silk, and Fiore. The three of you start studying. Ulrich, I see you've cast light on yourself to
Yeah.
guide the way. So it says you create an orb of light that sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius. Or you can like put it, like you can make a instrument like your lute glow.
Mm-hmm. I think Ulrich has like a small star, like hovering, like rotating above his head,
Oh, that's really cute. Okay. I
and
really
he can like
that.
fling it wherever he wants to. Like, oh, he finds a title that's interesting all the way over there. He'll just fling it over.
That's
follow
so
it.
good. I love that. And Silk, you're mostly just staying here in the back, right?
Yeah, if he has Borbo helping him find books.
Yeah. Borbo is seeking out books for you as you recline on that chaise. What I'll give you with your perception rolls, and then I'm gonna unfortunately hit you with some consequences.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay!
The books here cover a wide range of subjects, and they seem to be very well organized. It looks like if you spent 8 hours here, you would learn everything that this library can really tell you. You would learn all about its organization, all stuff about regional history, arcane topics, and occult mysteries. And you would have a +1 on all your item bonuses to recall knowledge here. Okay?
Okay.
Ulrich, you specifically, you're not great Sackfroth, but good enough that you understand it. Come across signs that are on all the walls. There's the one over the door into the glowing room you've been in reads reading room.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that leads to a smaller door that is labeled as repair storage. Another one leads to the workroom. Another one is called safety, with a carving of leaping flames. One is called personal quarters. One is scrivener's office. One is Northwing, restricted collection, and Belcora's office.
Oh my god.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm unfortunately going to hit you with some consequences.
Yay!
This dungeon is alive.
Yes.
People don't just sit in rooms all day. So I'm going to roll a flat check for every hour that you spend in here. Okay?
Okay.
Right now, nobody is aware of the ghouls that have been slain. So they're not on high alert. They're not like watching for intruders.
Mm-hmm.
So the DC will be low. They'll probably be passing through. Do you do anything with the dead ghouls that you've killed, or do you just kind of leave them?
I mean, Fiore would probably want to clear them out of the way, just in case.
Also, you probably would know that the Serenray thing to do is to literally cremate them.
Yeah, a little bit.
You probably take them somewhere and cremate them. If this were another party, I'd be like, you just leave them out. But I think with Fiore here, yeah, no, it makes sense that you would get rid of them.
Yeah.
So these guys are not on high alert, but they are coming through this area every once in a while. So I'm going to roll the first d20, and I'm going to say the DC is 5. If you get a 5 or lower, people are going to find you.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first hour. That's a 9. Second hour. That's a 14.
Okay.
Third hour.
Well,
That's a 4.
Well, if it isn't the the consequences of our actions.
So what happens is, Silk, as you are lounging on that chair, you hear something.
Uh-oh.
And it's this.
Oh no.
A door opens. And emerging from the door to the south, I called it to you earlier. You recall I called it to you earlier.
You did.
A shadow emerges. And the shadow looks around and seems briefly confused by the lack of other people in this room. Then that hooded figure turns and looks at you, Silk. And he hisses and says, "Intruders!" And everyone, I want you all to roll initiative in your exact starting positions as you are right now, scoured through the library.
Oh my god, I'm prone.
You are prone, boy! And Borbo is halfway across the room from you as well.
Oh my god. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
So top of the order is gonna be no shot. It's the ghoul that just opened the door, Silk.
Fuck.
And I'm so sorry. He's gonna swift leap. This is one of those, by the way, purple cloaked ones, you know? It's a priest. Swift leap. The ghoul lunges at you. And literally, it's, you know in Until Dawn, the way that the monster will jump around like a...
He's fucking foxying me?
Yeah, he fucking leaps at you, and he's
no.
on the other side of the canopy, hissing on all fours as he crawls towards you.
Ugh.
And he is going to try to grab at you with his claws. So it's going to be a strike. Oh no!
Elf is on the menu.
That is a critical hit, I'm afraid.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Silk is going deeper into the dungeon against his own will.
That is unfortunately going to be 1d6 plus 6 slashing damage. Oh no, piercing. My mistake. Piercing. Because he's digging those claws into you. That is 12 piercing damage as he sinks his claws into your body.
Is that the crit damage?
Oh no, you're right. Sorry, it's 24. My mistake.
Interesting.
And yeah? How are you doing, bud? How's 24 damage sound?
Well, let me just, do that to myself. It's 5 HP.
Not great, is it? Luckily, it doesn't seem like he's trying to pull up with a second attack. It seems like he's trying to pin you down on that canopy. Oh dear. That is going to be a 31 against your Fortitude DC.
Well, my Fortitude DC is 16!
Oh no!
Oh no!
That is going to be... you can barely see this thing, by the way. You are on a critical success.
Fucked. On critical success, I'm fucked.
You're restrained until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
What restraint does is you can barely move because you are pinned down. You are off guard and immobilized, and you can't use any attack or manipulate actions except to attempt to escape or force open the grip this thing has on you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you can't attack, you can't pull out your gun, and you can't pull out cast a spell.
Okay.
Unless the spell doesn't have the manipulate trait, which most spells do. It is pinning you the fuck down. I think it nearly has its hands around your neck and it's piercing its claws into your throat. Funny. Hey, Fiore, you hear a scream coming from deeper inside the library. And you turn around, you're kind of at the mouth of the library. Thankfully, you weren't too far from Silk, but you're still like, what, 55 feet away?
Yeah.
The hell are you gonna do?
Fiore is going to move to 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It is completely without thinking. I think he's going to cast Ignition.
Okay, Fiore, and this isn't the regular ignition you've been doing, right?
I think that he's kind of like reaching. I think he's literally just reaching out, like, "Oh my god!" and it just like happens.
A blast of hellflame explodes from your hand into this awful cultist. Make me that spell attack roll, boy.
Oh.
I'm using the goddamn hero point again. Thank you.
Silk bursts into flames.
Yeah, he
Kill
does.
Silk. Cremation.
19.
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
Okay. 7 damage.
Okay. Fiore, a blast of fire shoots into this cultist's shoulder, and it kind of flinches, and it turns and looks at you and snarls. And again, those whispers are getting louder.
I see.
Not great. Ulrich, it's your turn. Perhaps you underestimated these guys.
Alright then. Ulrich is going to move 25 feet. Oh, that's still too far. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. I can't cast Soothe from here. It's 30 feet, I don't think.
Unfortunately, you're just a little bit too far. It's all happening very fast, Ulrich. See how quickly a night's relaxing study session can go awry.
Worst 4 hours of my life.
You'll find it's
Technically, it was 3 hours. Yeah.
fuck.
High five.
Okay. I guess Ulrich is just going to. I mean, would I be able to toss a potion to Silk?
I don't. At the moment, Silk is completely pinned down. I don't think Silk can physically move.
Okay. All right then. Well, I have an idea, kind of.
Okay, what's your idea?
Time's loose arrow.
Okay, tell me about Time's Loose Arrow.
Ooh.
You pluck the time stream like a bow pull. You pluck the time stream like a bow, pull one string back, release and watch a creature fly. All affected targets are quickened. They can use the extra action to only to step or stride.
Oh, what? Is it like a haste?
It's mini haste.
Interesting.
Up to 6 creatures.
It targets up to 6 creatures until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
So it won't affect you this turn,
No.
but it will give Fiore and Silk an extra action to step if they're able to.
Yes.
So, alright, how does this look?
I think Ulrich realizes that he cannot in time heal Silk. So for right now, I think the best course of action is make sure that both Fiore can get there quickly and Silk can get out quickly. So his bow lights up, I think, almost like the stream of a shooting star a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
And from the air, an arrow forms, and he shoots it through both Fiore and Silk.
I love that, okay.
They get sort of like almost like a light kind of bursting through them a little bit.
Oh, I love that, okay.
Really big fan of that.
Yeah.
Alright. Fiore and Silk, you both feel yourselves speeding up a little bit and the world around you slowing down. Now is the time to fight. Is that your turn, Ulrich?
That is his turn, yes.
Okay. It is now, unfortunately, not Silk's turn yet. Because what's that clambering out from the darkness but a second canker cultist?
Oh, god damn it.
Another purple robe.
Oh my god.
And it comes up to you, Silk. It sees you. And I will say, Silk, you can notice something awful about these guys.
Yeah.
These two specifically, they are covered in gore.
Oh god, they were probably doing something.
There's a lot of meat all over them. And as this one leaves the door that they came from, it turns its head towards you and it almost smiles and says, "An elf! How wonderful." And almost like it's ignoring the other people, it's going for you, Silk.
Oh my god.
And it leans over you, it climbs on top of you as well. And it pushes its head past your ear. And it starts to whisper. And suddenly those other whispers, the ones you've had in the back of your head this entire time, they get so much louder. And you can finally hear what they're saying. Do you want to know what they're saying?
What are they saying?
You've always been curious, haven't you? What it would be like? Wouldn't you want to know? How can you live your life without knowing the taste of the flesh of another person?
Oh my god.
Eat your friends. Eat your friends. It's all you've ever wanted. It's all you've ever needed. So, Ghouls got reworked in the remaster.
Oh. fucking god. Okay.
Because D&D ghouls give ghoul fever, and it turns you into a ghoul, and it's kind of like a zombie thing. That's not what Pathfinder ghouls are no more. Instead of ghoul fever, they've got ghoul whisper. And they whisper dark thoughts and cravings into the creature's ears. And you must make a save against the Forbidden Cravings curse.
Woo.
So, you are going to need to make me a... you're going to need to make me a will save now in a second.
Okay.
Maybe not will save, boy. You feel okay. You feel okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I feel okay.
That's its turn. It's your turn. Hey, Silk, it didn't bite your throat out. That's great.
That's fantastic. It's such a good time.
Oh my god.
I have 2 spells that don't have the manipulate action. That's Glass Shield and Message. Glass Shield is barely going to help me at all. Is there anything I can do to not be pinned right now?
Yeah, you can try to escape.
I will
That would
try
be
to
an acrobatics, athletics, or unarmed attack roll.
What is my unarmed attack roll? It's plus 10.
Not the worst.
It's better
Could be
than my
that.
plus 3 acrobatics and plus 0 athletics. Silk is like swinging wildly at these 2 ghouls and is like, "Ugh, let go of me!"
Oh my god.
You hear Borbo in the distance going, Master!
Oh fuck, Silk decks him across the face.
Yeah, that would be enough to escape. You are no longer restrained. You push yourself off the couch.
Oh my God.
And you are still prone,
Yeah.
but you're no longer pinned.
What's my crawl speed?
Well, you do have an extra action to get the hell out of there.
That's true. That would give me 2 actions to move, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get up.
It's fair enough.
And I'm gonna get as far away as possible. My speed is 30.
Okay.
I genuinely,
where are you
I
running?
think Silk runs into this room.
Oh, you're hopping and dashing into the teleportation room?
Yes.
Fair.
I genuinely think that's where he fucking runs to.
Okay, Silk, you get the fuck out of there. You're quickened from loose times arrow fades away, and you're gone. You're gonzo, man. Holy shit.
He's fucking out of here.
It is back to the first Canker Priest's turn. The one that pins you down, like, by the neck. And it kind of laughs and is, oh, that felt good. Now, would you like to donate to the Grand Refleshioning?
I think I'd rather show you the sun.
Ooh, hero points.
Thank you.
I'm being generous with my hero points today. That Canker Priest is going to spend his first action maneuvering a little bit. He comes a little closer into the middle of the room. He's going to cast Enfeeble on you.
Okay.
You are going to need to make me a Fortitude save.
Okay. 18.
An 18 is unfortunately going to be a fail. Fiore, you are enfeebled too for 1 minute. It's like black oil starts seeping off your sides, like you're dripping in tar. And like it vanishes for a second, but Fiore, you are kind of grayed. You know, the saturation in you has sapped away from you. It's like it almost came out in that tar. You will now have for 1 minute a -2 to all your strength rolls.
Okay.
Less than ideal.
Okay.
And that is going to be his turn. Fiore, it is your turn. Jinkies.
Fiore is going to move 20 feet to the ghoul that's by the little lounge that Silk was just on.
Yeah, the one who whispered in Silk's ear.
And then he's going to pull out his scimitar, which is an action.
Okay.
And then he's going to attack.
You have 2 actions left, by the way. Because recall, Ulrich let you use Lucian's arrow on you, so you had a free move action.
I think Fiore is pretty sure this is a really dangerous encounter.
Yeah, I mean, Silk got fucked up.
And he's enfeebled. And I don't think it's on purpose. So I think he's going to cast Runic Weapon.
Fiore, as you pull out the sword, Ulrich, you can see this. Hellfire starts to smoke off of Fiore, and when he pulls out his sword, there is a flourish of black flame. And inscribed along the blade, there are diabolic letters. Ancient runes from hell. And his sword is now like, what did we say, glowing like red hot?
Yeah, I think so. It's like when you pull a sword out when you're like still black, like smithing it.
Mm-hmm. But there's more to it than just that. There's a flash of power from Fiore, more than you have ever seen coming off him. And Fiore, I'd like you to just roll me a flat d20 roll, please.
5.
Ulrich, you knew that Fiore could cast spells. I think what startles you is the crackle of arcane power that erupts from his blade and from him. Fiore, you are unable to control your magic. Could you please roll me a D100 on the Wellspring Surge table?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that just for you. Wild magic.
96!
Oh my
Yo!
god.
That's really high.
Fiore. Holy shit. Okay. So we have a special version of Wellspring Mage, which is basically Pathfinder's answer to Wild Magic, where I'm only going to make you roll it not on initiative for every battle, but specifically when you actually cast a spell with a spell rank. You know, it's not like it's not going to happen on ignition. It will happen when you cast a ranked spell.
Yes.
We are using the expanded Wellspring Mage table from Archetypes Plus, which has, instead of 20 options, 100 options, because you're welcome. And the one you pulled, 96, is Walk Through Worlds. As you run, dimensions unfold before you. For 3 rounds, you gain 10 feet bonus to your speed, and you can teleport to a space within half your speed as a single action with the Concentrate trait. Essentially, Fiore, I don't think you are running when you pull your sword. I think you literally... A hell portal opens before you, and you flash step up to him, and you draw the sword like that.
Fiore looks distraught.
And your blade is going to be super powered up. When you cast Runic Weapon, the weapon glimmers with magic as temporary runes carve down its length. The weapon gains an extra damage dice. So you're going to start seriously smacking the shit out of this guy.
Oh, okay.
And that's the end of your quickened, but Gorsh. Ulrich, it's your turn. Hey, I'm going to let you do this one for free. Do you want to make me, like, an occultism check? Or a nature check? A magic check of some sort?
Yeah, I can do a nature check.
Okay. Ulrich, you know... you are a bard.
Mm-hmm.
Bards are among the classes that can sometimes be affected by Wellspring magic.
Mm-hmm.
So you would probably have at least heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
You see Fiore do this. You see all the devil stuff that Fiore is always doing. I think by now you click together that Fiore is a sorcerer.
Oh.
What?
Did I not say?
I think we alluded to it a
was
little bit
heavily
less.
implied in the scene with you, with Fury and his parents. But Ulrich was not there for that scene.
Yeah, Ulrich didn't know. Ulrich knows now.
Now,
Yeah.
Ulrich's like, oh.
I'm sure you can unpack that later. Hey, Ulrich.
Yeah.
Ricky Roo baby. So everything's bad. Silk has run away into the teleportation room. Borbo is scampering after him. There's 2 Canker priests. Fiore has hell magicked the hell out of it and is currently teleporting around with fucking devil portals. He's enfeebled, so his attacks are going to be way less strong. Silk is like doing really bad with very little HP left and seems to be in great distress. What the hell are you doing?
Moving about 25 feet, seeing again if it can cast anything.
I'm so sorry. He's out of reach.
Just gonna try to go further in, like at the doorway, maybe, and use up another action to.
Oh, you do have. Wait, Ulrich, you do have loose times arrow. So one of those move actions is free, which means you can move up, and then use a second action to move in deeper, and then have enough to cast Suit on him.
Okay, so yeah, cool. So then Ulrich is gonna do 2 move actions. One of them is to fucking get close enough to. Okay, yeah. So basically, kind of just out here. That's 30 feet, and Ulrich is gonna cast Soothe while Silk is inside the thing. Stand out here and guard. Wow, really? Okay, well,
I mean, for Silk, that's a lot of fucking HP.
14.
There you go, Silk.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing, buddy? You do feel probably a little less anxious thanks to Sood's literal soothing effect, where it gives you a +2 to mental saves. But, like, Jinkies, right?
Yeah, Jinkies. I think that he didn't have the action to do it yet, but his hand was hovering over his gun as he's like shaking to death in this room.
Because I think what he does is he basically like stumbles kind of on top of the lounge chair and quickly flings that Soothe spell, pivots and turns with his bow and arrow in hand and says, "You'll be safe in that. I won't let them past me."
Oh my god, you make it so easy for the shippers. That's good, I love that.
Silk doesn't say anything, but he heard you.
Oh. And is that your turn, Ulrich?
One action to move, the other for the... Yes, actually.
Okay, cool. And your haste from Loose Time's Arrow dissipates.
Yes.
It is now the Canker Cultist's turn. And the Canker Cultist hisses in your face, and it kind of grins and says,
Your flesh will do perfectly for the flesh pile.
Great.
and he's going to just slash at you with his claws. And that is a 25 to hit.
25, that does hit.
And that's going to be 10 slashing damage as he rakes across your face.
Okay.
He's then going to slash you again. Or no, sorry, he bites. But no, your armor deflects his bite as you push him back. And with one last action, he's going to try claw you again. Ah, jeez. That is a critical miss.
That is a crit fail.
Fist meets face.
Is it like when you punch yourself in the face?
Yeah, he crits himself.
Fiora's like, he looked distraught, but for a second he's like, huh?
He slashes forward and claws himself in the face by accident as he's stumbling, and that does 20 damage to him. He's injured. He doesn't look great, but he's still going. And that is his entire turn. Silk Witchhelm.
Hey.
You see Ulrich standing in the doorway, and then you hear it. And clambering over the couch is Borbo, who looks distraught. How are you doing, buddy?
Also looking distraught.
That was not a good experience, was it?
No. Have you ever been pinned down?
No, I have not. I'm a 6-foot-tall, male-presenting guy. I don't think anyone would want to pin me down much. Well,
That's
fucking
simply
scary.
not in a fight.
true, but
I am talking about it in a fight sense.
I think lots of people want to pin 6 feet men down,
All right.
Okay.
There are many.
including
How's Silk
Ritz.
doing?
Smile.
Okay.
I look at Leon Kennedy with hungry eyes. Anyways,
Oh my god.
it's scary. It is incredibly scary to be pinned down by someone in like that while being hurt, while you're incredibly hurt, and it has shaken Silk up considerably, maybe just as much as Mr. Beak.
Silk's been in this dungeon for like a week. and
he's almost
keeps being
died
thrown
twice.
Yeah.
Things aren't looking great. I don't have any healing items. I literally think that Silk just readies an action to shoot any ghoul who comes into this room.
So Silk, you're just hiding in the back of the room?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fuck this fight. You're not taking part of it.
No, he's I like I said, he's ready to action. If those things enter the fucking room, he's shooting their fucking heads off.
Okay, cool. Well, funny you should say that. Because they're not going for you. You see them going for Ulrich. One of them comes up and spends 2 actions running up to Ulrich. And
Hey, actually, he's close
Like I
enough.
said-
Does that count?
oh, you want to shoot him as he's running up? Fuck
Yeah,
it.
he sees him. So can I have that
He's
count?
going for Ulrich. You see him like his nails primed to grab Ulrich, cackling like he's gonna drag Ulrich away. And you fucking take a pot shot. Make me that attack.
Being in the doorway is the same as trying to enter the room.
Okay, go for it.
That's gonna be Hand of the Apprentice.
Okay.
27.
27 is a crit, my friend, and it wouldn't be if you hadn't used Hand of the Apprentice. Roll me that damage.
That's 19 plus 8.
Holy shit,
That's
27
27.
damage? Okay. Yeah, as this guy is rushing up to Ulrich, you squeeze the trigger, and a blast of light explodes into him, and he is stumbling back, immediately almost put, like, holy shit, I think you, like, blow a chunk out of his cheek, you know?
Good.
And he lets out a shriek of pain. Ulrich, this is terrifying to see up close.
Oh gosh.
Sorry for the visual.
He is going to go ahead, and he's going to grab you, Ulrich.
Okay.
So that is going to be a skill check. That is going to be... Oh, buddy, that's a 26.
My 4AC plus 10, I think, is a 16.
It is a 16. That's a crit success. You are restrained as this guy is getting ready to literally drag you back somewhere. And he's, like, not cackling anymore. So he kind of snarls in your face and says,
You will go in the flesh pile.
I would really rather you practice personal space.
Fiore, it's your turn. So you can teleport. That's a cool thing you can do now.
Okay.
And you also have a superpowered Hell Sword. You are enfeebled, so you will have a -2 on all your attack rolls.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that the sword gives me a +1,
It does do that.
so that it's only a -1 technically, which is why I did that.
Very clever. Kill him.
Okay, he's gonna attack this one that's in front of him. 17.
That is a hit just about. It would have been a miss. It would have been a miss if you had not cast Runic Weapon. So roll me that damage, and this is going to be super powered up.
9 damage.
9 damage. And again, this is enfeebled. This is like with a penalty to your damage. You still power through, and you slash into him. And your scimitar cleaves through flesh like a knife through butter, and he lets out a wail of pain. And he's still going, but he's not great. You have 2 actions left. What do you do?
I actually think he's going to teleport.
Okay, where are you teleporting to?
Right behind the guy that is next to...
To Ulrich?
It's Ulrich, yeah.
Oh my god, it's the one that's grabbing Ulrich?
Yes.
Okay, well he's gonna be off guard because you're flanking him.
And then he's going to attack. 18.
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
8 damage.
Fury, can you describe me the teleport Hellgate slash that you do that kills this guy?
I think that his plan is to physically move, but it just kind of happens where he steps through a portal, and probably with the momentum of the movement, because he's still going through the portal. I think he slashes into his side from behind.
And the Canker Priest, who was restraining you, Ulrich, preparing to drag you away, suddenly topples over dead. And you're no longer restrained.
I don't think so.
Thanks for that.
You okay?
I'm fine. I think Silk is a bit worse for wear over there, though.
Silk,
I'll help him in a minute.
you can see Fiore has weird hell energy blazing off him.
Oh my god, they cursed you!
Is that your turn, Fiore?
Yeah.
Okay, Ulrich, it's your turn. Jesus Christ.
Well, now that Ulrich can do some damage, there's a boy over there. Over by where Silk was first attacked. I think he will Courageous Anthem just for the attack up. I think he will probably Sure Strike on himself.
Your bow is looking super charged right now. What do you do?
Kill.
Ah, see?
That's a 28.
If you hadn't used Sure Strike, that wouldn't be a crit. Roll me that crit damage. And bows really like crits. They got deadly.
22.
Ulrich, how the fuck do you kill this priest?
Right through the eyes. Actually, right between the eyes. Yeah, right between.
Oh my god.
Hidden point accuracy.
Yeah, it's like the perfect shot, you know? I think the ghoul is rushing towards you, dropping 12 fours. You pull your bow, you wait for the exact right moment, and it shoots right in. And he doesn't even make a sound. He just topples over, limp. And you've successfully killed these 2 priests and saved Silk from whatever the hell that was.
Okay. I think Ulrich slumps back and he slumps back against the wall and calls back to Silk and says, "Okay, it's all clear. We're coming in." He carefully takes a step inside. Are you okay?
I'm so sorry. I should have been closer.
I think he puts down his gun. I think he's covered in blood.
I mean, yeah, he got you pretty good in the neck, right?
Yeah, there's like a huge, like, gash. It's maybe a bit healed over, from Ulrich's soothe, but there's like a rip of blood up the side of his body that it's on. It's all over his clothes. It's all over his face and hair.
I think Fiore's like, why don't we have Ulrich and I help heal you? And you, when you feel better in a second, can cast Prestidigitation to make yourself look... to get the blood off, okay?
He nods.
I think by now, Fiore, very soon after the fight ended, that hell magic flickered out. But Silk, you saw it as well. I don't know if Silk would have pieced together necessarily the way Ulrich did. Although if you think he would have, no?
I think he was a bit distracted to notice.
Yeah.
I think
So he
genuinely
saw
that
it,
I said that like as a joke that like, oh, they cursed him, but I think that for a moment he's like, what the fuck? One of them had magic and they cast it on Fiore. I don't think he put it together.
How is Fiore doing?
I think he's pointedly not focusing on himself right now.
You're praying over Silk and talking about the Dawnflower and how great sunlight is.
His
And
eyes
come
twitching
on,
a
let's
little.
heal you up. Blaming himself for not being closer, huh? How is Ulrich doing? Because Ulrich, holy shit, buddy, you just bore witness to some fuck. You saw Silk get his ear kind of like, hey little mama, let me whisper in your ear by the fucking ghouls, and that freaked Silk the fuck out. Then you saw them almost kill Silk. Then you saw Borbo's, by the way, by your side, Silk.
Silk is
toy
holding
weeping.
Borbo like a stuffed animal.
Yeah. Borbo is like,
Oh my God, Silk, they got your neck, my teacher, my master. How could they do this to you, Mr. Silk? It's not right. Oh my God, you could have died. You were almost dead. You know that, right?
Silk puts his thumb over Borbo's mouth.
Fiore's like, Borbo.
but Ulrich, you bore witness to that. You bore witness to whatever the hell happened with Fiore, sorcerer.
Yeah. As Ulrich is like tending to Silk's wounds, he does look up at Fiore and does notice that he's not not saying anything about it. So I don't think he says anything about it right now.
Oh no!
Oh no.
It's just like, there's a lot going on. I'm just gonna let this one slide for a second.
He's like, that's crazy. We'll get back to that later.
I'm gonna ask about that when things are less dire.
Silk, with the power of lay on hands and some medicine, you are restored back to full HP. How do you feel? Like, after you had some time to come down from it, how do you feel?
Let's get into it. Silk isn't going to talk about this, at least not in this moment with either of them, but I think that this being the second time that he's been so brutally overwhelmed by an attack, I feel like calling it a bruise to his ego is underselling it or making it sound like it's funny.
No, it's like Silk is someone who has a very strong sense of pride.
Yeah.
It's part of his worldview, right?
Silk knows that he's not a fighter. He's not any kind of damaged sponge or anything even close to tough. But it's scary. I think this really scared him.
I can understand that.
I think he thinks he was lucky. That he did manage to hit that ghoul and get away. Because I think as he was getting slashed at, I think maybe he thought, oh, that's it.
Oof. Holy shit.
I think that he has kind of a quiet moment where he touches his face and he brings his hand down and he sees kind of some dried patches of blood on his hand, and He wipes his hand off on his skirt before he casts prestidigitation. I think with a weaker smile than usual, he looks up at Fiora and he looks at Ulrich and he says, "Maybe that's enough for today."
Of course. Let's go back up. Do you we don't need to go back down tomorrow or anything. If you want to take a few days. If you want to hang out, we can. The Dawnflower Temple has some books.
Maybe we can meet up there, yes.
Yeah. Do you need help?
Yeah, he nods and he holds a hand out to Fiora.
Fiore takes his hand and I think he helps him up and he's like, "I can carry you if you really want."
I'm okay.
Let's go back up, but quickly.
I'll stay in the back in case anything follows.
And if anything attacks, I will handle it myself.
Thank you, Borbo's here. The four of you make your way out of the dungeon. Once again, it has proven to you, this place, the Abomination Vaults, you know that name now. There is some truly dark thing happening here. You don't know what the refleshioning is. You don't know what the ghouls have for you. You spent some time studying here, yes, but there's something wrong about this place, and you're no closer to finding the light in the fog. What was causing that beam? When will it happen again? But at the same time, you survived. You fought through it. You overcame. Fiora, you grip your sword in hand and make your way out. Ulrich, you adjust your bow, keeping an eye behind you all. And Silk, you leave this place knowing what lies within and now able to counterplan against it. And as you all make your way up, despite it all, Silk, you can't help but feel a rumble in your stomach. This episode of Dice Will Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. Kyonko-chan, Belle, Horace, Alexia Blackthorn, Lightning Scar, Dr. Caesar MD, A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Princess Alavi, Emily is Gay, Dexton, Meow Mai, Abigail Wallet, Knight the Werewolf Teacher, Ashley, Actually a Bot, Violet, Seraphine, Kyle Damon, Sol Gris Lobo, Phoebe Jeebies, Daisy Gilliam, Lux Rexus, Baron Stormcrow, Sam Stryker, Tony Saunders, Mita, Arave. Borbo's Spring-Summer Collection is to die for. Ferric Falcon, Luis Loza, Aries, Alexander Crizzle, Meg Cohen, Skyly, Genuinely Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Bal Punyon, Giant Catman, Matthew Wilson Krasnovich, Tillen Shark, Glitch HD, Jay Snooks, Jonathan Love, G Barbera, Luke, Gideon, Simon Strange, Seth, Kira, Lichalope, Gizmo, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Remty Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Steph, Sean C, Natasha Lumley, Rhiannon C, Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emlyn Adurna, John de Bookler, SS66 Seeker, and Dane Valley III. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep it rolling, check out patreon.com/diceroll today.